Imagine stepping off a ferry into a town with no cars, no traffic lights, no engine noise, just the sound of horses, bicycles, and your own footsteps on cobblestone streets. This isn't a dream. It's Mackinac Island, Michigan. For over a century, this tiny island has banned cars entirely. And the result? A thriving community that runs on simplicity, charm, and fresh air. Where is Mackinac Island? Mackinac Island is a small, 4.35 square mile island located in Lake Huron, between Michigan's upper and lower peninsulas. You can't drive there, and you certainly won't drive once you arrive. The only way to reach the island is by ferry, private boat, or small plane. And when you step onto the dock, you're stepping back in time. With just around 500 year-round residents and over 1 million tourists visiting each year, Mackinac Island blends quiet small-town life with a thriving seasonal economy. But its most famous rule? Since 1898, motor vehicles have been banned, and this one decision has shaped everything about the island's unique identity. Why were cars banned in the first place? Back in the late 1800s, Mackinac Island was already a popular vacation spot for wealthy Midwesterners. But in 1898, something strange started happening. Early automobiles, known as horseless carriages, began scaring horses on the island's narrow roads. There were reports of injuries, property damage, and serious concerns over public safety. The town council quickly took action. They passed a simple rule: no motor vehicles allowed on the island. What started as a temporary ban for safety became a permanent tradition. And now, over 120 years later, Mackinac remains proudly car-free. How do people get around without cars? With no cars allowed, Mackinac Island had to find other ways to move people and goods. 2 words: bikes and horses. Bicycles are everywhere. Tourists rent them by the hour. Locals use them to get to work. And if you're not riding a bike, you're probably walking or catching a horse-drawn taxi. There are also sleds in winter and snowmobiles allowed for emergency services. But for the most part, everything runs on pedal power, horsepower, or foot traffic. How life feels without cars. Without traffic lights, speeding cars, or engine noise, life on Mackinac Island just feels different. Slower, quieter, healthier. People here walk more, talk more, sleep better. Kids play in the streets without fear. The air is cleaner, the sky feels wider. Locals say it's not just about getting rid of cars, it's about getting back something we've lost in modern life: peace, presence, and connection. How it changed the island. Removing cars didn't just eliminate traffic, it transformed Mackinac Island completely. Air quality here is among the best in Michigan. Without exhaust or engines, people notice cleaner skies, fresher air, and the sounds of nature all around. The car-free charm has boosted tourism. Over 1 million visitors come each year, not for thrill rides or nightlife, but for tranquility and timeless beauty. Crime? Almost non-existent. Without cars, the island developed a tight-knit feel, where everyone knows each other and trust still means something. Economic and environmental benefits. No cars. No problem. Mackinac Island turned that ban into a booming economy. Over 1 million people visit every year, drawn by the peace, history, and charm, and with no cars, demand for local jobs soared. More people work in tourism, bike repairs, ferry services, and animal care, real jobs keeping this island moving. Environmentally, it's a win. The air is cleaner, the ecosystem healthier, and the streets always quiet. Mackinac Island proves one thing: less traffic doesn't mean less life. It means more space for people, nature, and peace. It's not about going backward, it's about moving forward, differently. Mackinac Island isn't just a tourist spot. It's a reminder that a slower, simpler way of life is still possible. In a world racing toward speed and convenience, this island chose peace, community, and preservation, and it's thriving. Would you trade your car for a quieter, cleaner life? Comment below. Could you live in a car-free town? Hit that like button, subscribe for more untold stories, and join us next time as we uncover more hidden corners of the world.